Okay, we're doing a mobile install at Suncoast Solar. It's a 2019 Polaris RZR XP Turbo 1000. We're gonna put a bypass filter kit on it. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do here is pull the pressure port plug off of the turbo feed line, and then you're gonna put your AN06 10mm by 1.0 fitting in here. Got a dowty ring to seal it. So we're gonna do 60 inch-pounds torque on the pressure port. Barely anything. Yeah. It's like just past finger tight. Yeah. Right there. For the pressure port, gets a 90-degree hose fitting, AN0606 FJ90. Put that on one side. We'll run the other hose up to the filter. You wanna not turn very much with lots of pressure. Fresh Lorenzo's oil here. Twist this in by hand as far as you can. Make sure the hose doesn't twist or push out of the socket. With a 3/4 or 19mm, go down until the fitting meets the socket. Get the measurement and then cut it. Okay, and 0604 MS90. Now this has to go up through the system before I can hook this onto it because it goes through a small hole in the plastics. Go up between these two through this hole. So we're gonna do the return port hose and run it up through, and then we'll drop the RZR down so we can mount the housing and put the other fittings on. So this one is this plug right here, returns back to the crankcase. It is 8mm. Okay, so we're gonna be putting the return port in this hole with our AN06 16mm by 1.5 adapter fitting. Twist that in there, and then we're gonna torque to 60 inch-pounds. 90 hose fitting to the return as well. Twist as little as possible with as much force as possible, just so you can slip the hose into the socket until it's bottomed out on the back side of the female threads. Little Lorenzo's 2050. Lube it. Go in as far as you can by hand. You hold it with wrench with one side. Twist this in. Make sure your hose isn't twisting or coming out of the socket as you're going in. Gets a little bit tight just towards the end before you touch the fitting to the socket. Up through here, through the hole we drilled. And onto our adapter fitting here. So it looks like that. I'm going to take our 11/16 wrench, tighten it, and then back it off a little bit, and then go back to tight again. And we're ready to come down. So you got to pick your size of grommet that you use for your clamp, and ours is going to be the smallest one they make because this is a 1 3/4 pipe. Your bolts go through here and bolt into there, and then this will be an Allen head that locks this in place, and then the bolt for the housing will go through here and into the filter housing. Tighten these up with this little Allen wrench because you don't want it to strip, and this won't give you more than 18 foot-pounds. This tiny little guy.
Slow and steady. So
just trying to spin as little as possible, and I'll even back up a little bit so it doesn't get the material too wadded up in there. Dip it in some fresh Lorenzo's. Spin this in by hand, making sure it doesn't push the hose out or twist the hose. Hold this with one, twist this with the other one, just till they touch. And I'll do the same thing with this guy here. Yeah, that's good. Torque this 122 inch-pounds.
once these guys get done doing 2-pack the cartridges, do you remember? What's up, Suncoast Solar? Look at this. We're doing another insane diesel install. Haven't really ever talked about these guys, but it is on my truck. They've been on my truck for probably 6 months now. right before I did the truck, I bought a membership to for my side-by-side and my pickup truck. That membership's going to expire because I'm not putting anything other than the Lorenzos in any of my equipment, because it's proven, if you haven't heard yet, the 900,000 miles on that Ford truck that everybody's talking about, yeah, it's pretty amazing. So we're just gonna put some oil in this guy, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna spill it all over the place. I'm pretty confident, but I just don't want to waste it. You know, it's like wasting water in the desert. Don't do that. Ooh, look at that. That's the funkiest color of oil in the world until you run it, and all that awesome tungsten, I believe, right? Gets bonded to the motor part. It actually makes everything last longer. I'm on right now 17,000 miles on my oil change on my Duramax. I do change my factory filter at every 5, and then at every 10,000 miles I do my cartridge, and with every single one of those I do the oil analysis that they also sell, to make sure that I am not putting my engine in danger. So yeah, while you're out camping and everything, and you're out running around in your RZR and everything, you ever have a thought about putting solar on your camper or anything? Suncoast Solar Design, that's me.